Have you ever held a very old coin in your hand? It feels like holding a tiny piece of history. Old Indian coins are especially fascinating. They are not just pieces of metal, they are storytellers. Each coin tells a tale about kings and queens, empires and trade, art and religion from a long, long time ago. India has one of the oldest and richest histories of coinage in the world, stretching back more than 2,500 years. This long journey has left behind an incredible variety of coins. You can find coins of all shapes, sizes, and metals. Some are big and heavy, made of pure gold, while others are tiny, almost like a grain of rice. This diversity is what makes collecting and studying Indian coins a captivating hobby for people all over the globe. The appeal of Indian numismatics, the study of coins, lies in its vastness. Imagine a land that has been home to countless kingdoms, powerful empires, foreign invaders, and independent princely states. Each of these rulers wanted to leave their mark, and one of the most powerful ways to do that was by minting their own coins. As a result, India's monetary history is a colorful mosaic of different designs and scripts. We see symbols of nature, portraits of powerful emperors, and inscriptions in languages that are no longer spoken. These coins were used in bustling ancient markets, carried by traders along the Silk Road, and hoarded as treasures in royal vaults. They are tangible links to the economic and cultural life of past generations. For collectors and historians, these small metal discs are invaluable windows into the past. They help us understand the political landscape of a particular time. When a new king came to power, he would often issue new coins with his name or title. The metal used, gold, silver, or copper, can tell us about the economic health of the kingdom. A kingdom that issued many gold coins was likely very prosperous. Similarly, the symbols and images on the coins reveal a lot about the society's beliefs and artistic styles. A coin featuring the goddess Lakshmi suggests the ruler honored her, while a coin with a horse might signify the importance of cavalry in their army. They are primary historical documents, as real and authentic as an ancient manuscript or a stone inscription. This journey through Indian coinage is not just for experts. It is for anyone who loves stories and is curious about the past. It is amazing to think that a coin you hold in your hand might have been used by a Mauryan soldier, a Gupta merchant, or a Mughal courtier. It connects us directly to the people and events that shaped the Indian subcontinent. In this essay, we will travel through time, exploring the most important phases of Indian coinage. We will uncover the stories behind the rarest and most beautiful coins, learn how they were made, and understand why they are so treasured today. From the first crude punch-marked pieces to the magnificent gold mohurs, each coin has a story to tell. Let's begin our journey and unveil these million-dollar treasures. The story of Indian coins begins a very long time ago, around the 6th century BCE. Before this, people traded goods directly in a system called barter. You might trade a bag of rice for a pot, for example, but this was not always easy. The invention of coins changed everything. The first coins of India were not perfectly round like the ones we use today. They were odd-shaped pieces of silver, most often rectangular or square. Historians call them punch-marked coins. They were made by taking a flat piece of silver and stamping it with various symbols using small punches. These symbols could be anything from the sun, a bull, an elephant, a tree, or geometric patterns. Each symbol likely represented the authority of the local kingdom or a merchant guild that guaranteed its weight and purity. These punch-marked coins were used across many small kingdoms, known as Mahajanapadas, in ancient India. The most famous of these came from kingdoms like Gandhara, Kashi, and Magadha. The coins of the Magadha Empire, which later grew into the powerful Mauryan Empire, are particularly important. They were standardized and used over a vast area, helping to unite the region economically. One of the smallest coins from this era is the silver mashaka. It weighed only about 0.15 to 0.20 grams, making it incredibly tiny and easy to lose. A rare punch-marked coin from this period, especially one with a clear and unusual combination of symbols, can be very valuable to collectors today, sometimes fetching thousands of dollars. After the Mauryan Empire, new dynasties emerged, and they brought new styles of coinage. The Indo-Greeks, who ruled in the northwestern part of India around the 2nd century BCE, were the first to issue coins with realistic portraits of their kings. This was a major innovation. For the first time, people could see what their ruler looked like on the money they used every day. These coins were often bilingual, with Greek text on one side and a local Indian script like Brahmi or Kharosthi on the other. A silver tetradrachm of King Menandra I, featuring his handsome portrait, is a classic example of this beautiful coinage. It combined Greek artistic skill with Indian cultural elements. Another significant phase in ancient Indian coinage was the Kushan Empire, which flourished from the 1st to the 3rd century CE. The Kushans controlled a vast territory that included parts of Central Asia and northern India, and they were at the crossroads of major trade routes. Their coins reflect this multicultural environment. The great Kushan Emperor Kanishka I issued beautiful gold coins, called dinars, that featured a standing figure of the king on one side. The other side depicted a wide range of deities, including Greek, Iranian, and Indian gods like Buddha and Shiva. A gold dinar showing the figure of Buddha is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world. It is one of the earliest known representations of Buddha on a coin and is priceless for its historical and religious importance. The period following the ancient empires, often called the medieval era, saw the rise and fall of numerous powerful regional dynasties across India. This political fragmentation led to an incredible diversity in coinage. In the north, the Gupta Empire, from the 4th to the 6th century CE, is often called the Golden Age of India, and their coins are a testament to this. The Gupta kings issued some of the most beautiful gold coins in Indian history. These gold dinars were famous for their artistic excellence. They featured portraits of the kings in various heroic poses, hunting a lion, playing a musical instrument, the veena, or performing a horse sacrifice known as Ashvamedha. The coin of Samudragupta, showing him playing the veena, is a masterpiece, highlighting that he was not just a conqueror, but also a patron of the arts. In South India, powerful dynasties like the Cholas, Pandyas, and Cheras also developed their own distinct coinage systems. The Chola dynasty, which became a mighty maritime empire, issued coins in gold, silver, and copper. A common design on their coins was a tiger, their royal emblem, sitting between the emblems of the conquered Pandya, Fish, and Chera, bow, kingdoms. This single image powerfully communicated their political dominance. One of the most famous and tiny coins from the south is the gold Phanam. These coins were incredibly small, sometimes weighing as little as 0.3 grams, and were used widely in trade. Their small size made them convenient for transactions, but also very easy to lose, making well-preserved Phanams rare finds for collectors. As we move into the later medieval period, the arrival of Turkic and Afghan dynasties from Central Asia brought new influences. The Delhi Sultanate, which ruled from the 13th to the 16th century, introduced a standardized currency system. One of the most famous rulers, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, is known for his controversial monetary experiments. He famously introduced token currency, issuing brass and copper coins that were meant to have the same value as gold and silver coins. However, the experiment failed because the state could not prevent widespread forgery and the economy collapsed. A rare copper token coin from his reign is a fascinating piece of history, representing a bold but failed economic policy. The value of these medieval coins is determined by their rarity, the metal they are made from, and their historical context. A gold dinar from the Gupta period, with a clear and artistic design, can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. For comparison, This is similar to the value placed on a rare Roman gold aureus. The American equivalent might be a St. Gordon's double eagle, a coin prized for its beauty. The Indian coin, however, is much older and tells a story from a completely different part of the world. Each medieval coin, whether a grand Gupta dinar or a humble Chola copper coin, adds a unique thread to the rich tapestry of Indian history, telling stories of devotion, power, and commerce. The arrival of the Mughal Empire in the 16th century marked a new golden era for Indian coinage. The Mughals were known for their love of art, architecture, and luxury, and their coins reflect this refined taste. They established a highly organized and unified monetary system across their vast empire, which brought economic stability. The standard gold coin was the mohur, and the silver coin was the rupee. These coins were known for their high purity and consistent weight, which made them trusted currency far beyond the borders of India. The designs were elegant, typically featuring beautiful calligraphy in the Persian script, with the emperor's name, titles, and the date and mint location. The Mughal emperors took a personal interest in their coinage. Emperor Akbar introduced several innovations. He issued coins with decorative floral patterns and geometric borders. He also created special coins, like a gold mohur featuring the figures of Rama and Sita, a nod to the beliefs of his Hindu subjects, which is exceptionally rare today. However, it was his son, Emperor Jahangir, who took Mughal coinage to its artistic peak. Jahangir issued a famous series of zodiac coins. Each gold mohur in this series featured one of the 12 signs of the zodiac on one side, with a portrait of the sun or Jahangir himself on the other. A single zodiac mohur, like the one with the sign of Leo, the lion, is a legendary rarity, often selling for over $1 million at auction. Another fascinating set of coins from Jahangir's reign are the portrait mohurs. In a bold departure from Islamic tradition, which generally forbids human portraits on coins, Jahangir issued gold mohurs that featured his own image. One famous coin shows him seated on a throne, holding a goblet of wine. These coins were likely not for general circulation, but were intended as special gifts for his most favored courtiers. Their extreme rarity and the story behind them make them among the most valuable coins in the world. Owning a Jahangir portrait mohur is the ultimate dream for any collector of Indian coins. It is a piece that represents the pinnacle of Mughal art and the emperor's unique personality. The value of Mughal coins, especially the rare gold mohurs, is immense. A zodiac mohur's value can be compared to that of the rarest American coins, such as the 1933 double eagle or the 1804 silver dollar. While the American coins are famous for their rarity due to specific historical circumstances, the Mughal coins are treasured for their artistry, historical significance, and the sheer audacity of their designs. Even the standard silver rupees of emperors like Shah Jahan, the builder of the Taj Mahal, and Aurangzeb are highly collectible. A silver rupee from a rare mint or with a special couplet written on it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, serving as a beautiful and affordable entry point into the world of Mughal numismatics. Starting in the 16th century, European powers began establishing trading posts along India's coasts. The Portuguese, Dutch, French, and British all came to India for trade, and they soon began minting their own coins to facilitate their commercial activities. These colonial coins are, honestly, a fascinating chapter in India's monetary history, as they blend European designs with Indian standards. The first European coins were often modeled after the local currencies to ensure they would be accepted by the Indian population. For example, the British East India Company initially issued coins that looked very similar to the Mughal silver rupee, even including the name of the reigning Mughal emperor. The British gradually became the dominant power in India, and their coinage evolved to reflect this. By the 19th century, the East India Company began issuing coins with its own coat of arms, and later, with the portraits of British monarchs. A major shift occurred in 1835 when a uniform coinage was introduced across all British territories in India. These coins featured the portrait of the British king or queen on one side, the obverse, and the denomination and date on the other, the reverse. The coins of Queen Victoria, King Edward VII, King George V, and King George VI became the standard currency of the subcontinent for over 100 years. Among British Indian coins, certain issues have become very rare and valuable. A famous example is the 1839 divided legend rupee of Queen Victoria. On this coin, the Queen's name was split into Victoria on the design, an error that was quickly corrected, making the original coins very scarce. Another legendary rarity is the 1939 rupee of King George VI. This was the last silver rupee minted by the British in India with a high silver content. Due to the outbreak of World War II, most of these coins were melted down to use the silver for the war effort. As a result, very few 1939 rupees survived, and today they are highly sought after by collectors, often fetching prices over $50,000. The story of these colonial coins is, in some ways, similar to early American colonial coinage. Before the United States had its own official currency, coins from various European countries, like the Spanish silver dollar, were in common use. Just as the British standardized coinage in India, the US Mint was established to create a uniform currency for the new nation. A rare British Indian coin like the 1939 rupee can be compared to a rare US coin like the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent. Both are from a well-known series, but a specific date and mint mark make them exceptionally rare and valuable. These colonial coins are powerful reminders of a time when India was part of a global empire, and they mark the transition towards the modern monetary system we know today. Even while the Mughal Empire was at its peak, and later when the British established their rule, hundreds of semi-independent territories known as princely states existed across India. These states were ruled by local kings, Maharajas, Nawabs, and Nizams. Many of these rulers had the right to mint their own coins, creating an incredibly diverse and complex numismatic landscape. It is estimated that over 500 princely states issued their own currency at some point, resulting in a bewildering variety of coins. This is a unique feature of Indian numismatics. No other country in the world had so many different authorities issuing coins at the same time. The coins of the princely states are a collector's paradise because they are so varied in their design, metal, and script. Some states, like Hyderabad, had a highly organized and modern minting system, producing beautiful machine-struck coins in gold, silver, and copper. The coins of Hyderabad, under the rule of the Nizam, featured the iconic Charminar monument. Other states produced coins that were cruder, sometimes hand-struck with simple designs. The state of Marwar, or Jodhpur, issued coins with inscriptions in the name of the Mughal emperor, but added their own specific marks. The Sikh Empire, under Maharaja Ranjit Singh, issued rupees with religious symbols and the phrase Nanak Shahi, honoring the founder of the Sikh faith. Among this vast array of coins, there are many rarities and curiosities. The state of Kutch, for example, issued coins with the British monarch's name on one side and the local ruler's name on the other, a clear symbol of their political relationship. Some of the smallest coins in the world were also produced by these states. The tiny silver and copper coins of states like Gwalior and Mewar were so small that they looked like tiny flakes of metal. For example, a 1/32 rupee from Dewa state is almost feather-light. These coins demonstrate the need for very small denominations for everyday transactions in local markets. The value of princely state coins can range from a few dollars to many thousands. A rare gold mohur from the state of Awadh, or a unique silver rupee from a small state that only issued coins for a short period, can be extremely valuable. Collecting princely state coins is like assembling a giant puzzle of Indian history. Each coin represents a unique local identity, a story of a ruler and their kingdom, existing alongside the larger empires. For an American collector, it might be like collecting tokens and scrip from different towns and private banks in the 19th century, but on a much grander and more official scale. This area of Indian numismatics offers endless opportunities for discovery and specialization. On August 15, 1947, India gained its independence, opening a new chapter in its history. This momentous event was also reflected in its coinage. The country needed a new currency that represented its identity as a sovereign democratic republic. Initially, India continued to use the old British Indian coins for a short period. However, in 1950, the first coins of the Republic of India were issued. The portrait of the British monarch was replaced by a powerful and ancient symbol, the Ashoka lion capital. This emblem, featuring 4 lions standing back to back, was discovered on a pillar erected by the Mauryan Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE. It was chosen to represent India's commitment to peace and its deep historical roots. The new coins were introduced in a series known as the Anna series. The denominations were similar to the old system. 1 rupee was equal to 16 annas, and 1 anna was equal to 4 paise. This system, however, was complex. In 1957, India made a major change and shifted to the decimal system. This was a significant modernization of the currency. Under the new system, 1 rupee was divided into 100 equal parts, and the new unit was called the Naya paise, or new paise. For a few years, both old and new coins were used together. In 1964, the word Naya was dropped, and the coins were simply called paise. This decimal system is the one India uses today. While most modern Indian coins were produced in huge numbers for circulation, there are still some rare and valuable ones that collectors eagerly seek. These rarities are often mules or error coins. A mule is a coin that has been struck with the obverse die of one coin and the reverse die of another, creating an unintended hybrid. For instance, a 1980s 2 rupee coin with the wrong reverse is a known rarity. Other valuable coins are from specific mints and years where production was very low. The 1996 2 rupee coin from the Kolkata Mint, for example, is surprisingly scarce and commands a high price among collectors of modern Indian coins. In addition to regular circulation coins, the Republic of India also issues special commemorative coins to mark important events, celebrate famous personalities, or raise awareness about social issues. These coins are often produced in limited quantities and are intended for collectors. For example, coins have been issued to honor Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and to celebrate events like the Commonwealth Games. The value of these commemorative coins, especially the older ones or those minted in precious metals like silver, has been steadily increasing. For a US collector, this is very similar to collecting the 50 state quarters or the America the Beautiful series, but with a uniquely Indian flavor, celebrating the heroes and milestones of a vibrant nation. The way coins have been made in India has evolved dramatically over the centuries, reflecting the technological advancements of each era. The earliest punch-marked coins were made using a relatively simple technique. First, a piece of metal, usually silver, was heated and beaten into a flat sheet. This sheet was then cut into smaller, roughly equal-sized pieces. To ensure the weight was correct, these small pieces were carefully adjusted by clipping off tiny bits from the corners. Finally, the coin was placed on an anvil, and 1 or more punches, each with a small symbol engraved on it, were struck onto the metal with a hammer. This process resulted in coins with multiple symbols stamped at different angles, giving them their characteristic look. As we move into the era of the Indo-Greeks and Kushans, the minting process became more sophisticated. They introduced the die-striking technique. In this method, 2 dies were used. A die is a piece of hard metal with a design engraved into it in reverse. 1 die, the anvil die, was fixed in a block. A blank, heated piece of metal, called a plancher, was placed on it. The second die, the hammer die, was held by hand and struck forcefully with a hammer. This single strike, would impress the designs from both dies onto the coin, creating a much more uniform and detailed product. This method, with some variations, remained the standard for making coins for over 1,000 years through the Gupta, Sultanate, and Mughal periods. The quality of the coins depended heavily on the skill of the die engraver and the person striking the coin. The beautiful portraits on Indo-Greek coins and the intricate calligraphy on Mughal mohurs are a testament to the incredible artistry of the engravers. However, hand striking was not always perfect. If the planche was not centered correctly, part of the design might be off the edge. If the hammer strike was not strong enough, the impression would be weak. These imperfections, while considered errors, are often what make individual ancient and medieval coins unique and interesting to study. They give us a glimpse into the human element of coin production. The Industrial Revolution brought about a massive change in coin manufacturing. In the 19th century, the British introduced steam-powered screw presses to their mints in India. This new technology allowed for the mass production of perfectly identical coins. The process became highly mechanized. Long strips of metal were fed into machines that punched out perfectly round blank planches. These planches were then fed into a coining press, which used immense pressure to strike the obverse and reverse designs simultaneously, while a collar around the planche created a uniform edge, which could be smooth or reeded. This is essentially the same technology used in modern mints today, including the US Mint, ensuring that every penny, dime, and quarter looks exactly the same. The fascination with old Indian coins has created a vibrant and growing market for collectors around the world. These small metal discs are valued for a combination of reasons: their historical significance, artistic beauty, rarity, and the precious metal they contain. A rare gold mohur of Jahangir is not just a piece of gold, it is a masterpiece of Mughal art and a direct link to one of India's most flamboyant emperors. Its value is magnified by the fact that only a handful of such coins are known to exist. The story behind a coin is often as valuable as the coin itself. A token coin of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, for instance, is made of cheap copper but is historically priceless because it represents a fascinating chapter in economic history. For collectors, the hunt is part of the thrill. Finding a rare coin can happen in many ways. Some collectors inherit collections passed down through generations. Others visit coin fairs, auctions, and specialized dealers who trade in numismatic items. The internet has revolutionized the hobby, allowing collectors from different continents to connect, trade, and purchase coins through online auctions and marketplaces. However, it is crucial for collectors to be cautious. The high value of rare coins has unfortunately led to the creation of fakes and forgeries. A knowledgeable collector learns to spot these counterfeits by studying the coin's weight, metal composition, style of engraving, and signs of wear. Building a good library of reference books and consulting with trusted experts is essential. The value of a coin is determined by a grading system, which assesses its condition. A coin that has seen very little circulation and has sharp, clear details is considered to be in mint state and will be far more valuable than a worn-out coin of the same type. This is very similar to how American coins are graded. A 1913 Liberty Head nickel is rare, but one in pristine, uncirculated condition is exponentially more valuable than one that is heavily worn. The same principle applies to an ancient punch-marked coin or a British Indian rupee. The better the preservation, the higher the price it can command at auction. Ultimately, collecting Indian coins is a deeply rewarding endeavor. It is a journey of discovery that can last a lifetime. Each coin acquired adds another piece to the grand puzzle of India's past. A collection can be broad, encompassing coins from every era, or it can be highly specialized, focusing on a single dynasty, a particular ruler, or even a single mint. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist with $1 million collection or a young hobbyist starting with a few copper coins, you are participating in the preservation of history. You are a custodian of these tiny metallic storytellers, ensuring that their tales of empires, art, and culture.